Nutcracker, appreciate it. Thank you for the 5. True love is finishing each other's sentences. Gillian Maxwell must have really loved Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, to spend what 22 years doing time for him. Jaden, you got the news for us?
Yes, I do. The top story of the day, as you have all probably heard, after months of touting the impending release of new blockbuster information on accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, the Justice Department announced in a memo Monday that there was no evidence he kept a client list or was murdered. The Justice Department also does not plan to release any new documents in the matter, it said Monday. The admission reneges on promises from President Donald Trump, who previously spoke about releasing more governmental files on the disgraced financier, as we go against years of conspiracy theories pushed by the right wing. The systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. The unsigned memo states there was no credible evidence found that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals as part of his actions. We do not uncover evidence. We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. Axios was first to report details of the DOJ and FBI's decision. The department has also released 10 hours of jailhouse security footage that shows no one entered Jeffrey Epstein's jail cell on the day he died by self-unaliving. Right-wing media figures have for years suggested that the government is hiding secrets related to Epstein, who died by self-unaliving in 2019, while awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges. Some of those individuals breathlessly pushed the theory that Epstein kept a, quote, client list as blackmail against powerful figures who helped commit similar crimes. That's our story here. No. Let's unpack this. Do you guys think that there's a client list or no?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I think that if there was a client list, the reason it's not being released is pretty obvious because there's a lot of really powerful people on it. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think so. I don't think so. And the reason I say that is because let's assume there's a client list, right? Like flight logs, maybe public stuff like that, or at least stuff that's they have records for. But let's assume there's a client list. There's a, I mean, there's a, I mean, if he had a client list, he had a vault. He was keeping a lot of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the FBI would have had to pull something from that. All of that, well, all of that wouldn't be, you know, public record. It's not protected, really, you know.
Yeah.
So could you like could someone file a freedom of information request on it? Maybe like that would be a good legal question because the standard really is would a jury find it reasonable that this was national security related? And the answer to that is kinda. I mean, if like Bill Clinton was on it, or I mean, apparently no one's on it because Trump said there was no one on it, or Trump was on it, whatever, then it might be a national security risk because you have the president that, you now know that they have leverage over them. And who has control of that
Mm-hmm.
leverage, I don't know. Um, I don't know. I don't think the flight logs would have been released with people's name on it if that was the case.
Right.
We wouldn't see that either. So I don't think it does. I think there's probably more to the story, and there's a lot more information we don't know. But I don't think there's a client
So
list.
if that is the case and there is more to it that we don't know, would you suggest that Pam Bondi recuse herself from this investigation?
Yeah, clearly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
yeah,
I think there's something
yeah.
suspicious of the fact that every name associated with it was redacted.
Yeah. I mean, it exists, but it doesn't exist. So was it a lie or is it not a lie? I'm so wildly confused. If you are
Well,
debating
she
seeing the
claimed that
request
it
for a
was
minute,
true, that there was a list
I
waiting on her
know
desk months ago.
no, they said they released it. They
Right?
released it, and it was all
Mm-hmm.
redacted. So the list, he's going to redact a list that doesn't exist. This is the most comedic. I mean, it really is idiocracy. Really is idiocracy. I'm gonna take down the dam that does not exist. So there's that. Yeah. Um,
Josh?
I don't know. Josh, thoughts?
I don't know how there couldn't be a list. I don't know how there couldn't be some form of blackmail. You don't get to be as successful and powerful as as Epstein was without the aid and help of other powerful people. Like he owned a freaking island. Like yeah, okay, he did real estate investments, but the people that visited that island to not keep blackmail on them would be stupid on his part. I'm just trying to think like a villain here, right? We know what's the FBI guy? We know he did all that shit his
Patel.
entire career. No, no. J. Edgar Hoover. We know Hoover
Oh,
did the exact same thing.
yeah.
So for him to like be that involved in something that horrible and not have his back covered, I think would be silly on Epstein's part. On top of that, how did they get Maxwell? If there's no list, how did they get Maxwell?
I guess on a co-conspirator
Was that
charge
part of
here.
it? Yeah, I don't know that that would have been part of the case. Is the problem?
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's definitely evidence. We don't have the Diddy stuff either. So
No, like
there's definitely evidence
we know
out there.
Prince Andrew was part of that,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
Maxwell testified to that. So I don't know, man. I think there has to be a list. I think it'd be, I think it's implausible that there isn't. Honestly,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
he
I'm
would use that.
suspicious.
He would, yeah, very.
I can buy
suspicious.
that he unalived himself if that's what the footage reflects, but
I
I don't
think he
buy that he
unalived
didn't have
himself.
a list. Yeah.
I definitely think he unalived himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's, but the list, yeah, I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Otherwise, he's just a standout guy apparently who respected everybody's privacy.
Holy smokes,
he
Amanda!
never-
Thank you
was
so
he
much for the
convicted?
Cash App.
Was he
That's
convicted?
true.
Biden's not on it though. Neither is Hunter Biden. It
Yeah,
is
so
funny.
that can
The
be ruled
it is
out.
funny. It is funny the shame that follows, like normal people, and with Mega it just does not exist. It just
Mm-hmm.
doesn't exist. So, yeah, Nutcracker, appreciate it. Thank you for the 5. True love is finishing each other's sentences. Ghislaine Maxwell must have really loved Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, to spend what 22 years doing time for him.
That's so nice of her.
Yeah, I think. Anybody have anything else about that?